Yo, yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. You feel what I'm saying? I'm feeling extremely blessed. Got my son sleeping in the other room. I figured that I'd come in and tap in with y'all. I ain't really got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here chilling. My girl out with the family. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my son just went to sleep not too long ago. And I ain't got nothing going on. So I figured I'd come through and chop it up with the people, man. If y'all can go ahead and hit that like button as soon as y'all come in, that'd be very much appreciated. You feel what I'm saying? There ain't no big boxing topics as far as I'm concerned. Uh as far as I'm concerned, ain't nothing really too big going on. So I just figured I'd just come up on here with y'all and just chop it up. You feel what I mean? We could just talk about just about anything, man. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, boxing topics, that's what a lot of y'all are here for. You know what I mean? Some real life shit. If that's what y'all want to talk about. We could talk about music. We could talk about what's currently going on in the world. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all want, man. That's what we gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little bit of a freestyle right now. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's in the building. You feel what I mean? Shout out to Coffee Plant and Smoochie in the building. I hope everything is well with y'all. Please hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that like button. He said Tank back posting. What he posting? I ain't seen him post anything. I think I seen him post like a picture of himself. You know what I mean? But that's about it. My Saturday was chilling, bro. I worked early on. I worked from like 9 to 1. You know what I mean? Got me some good eats with my girl and my son. I mean, we was just kicking it. And I took a nap. My son was wrecking the crib, just completely wrecking the crib. And yeah, I mean, all that energy done you know, burnt out. And then I put him in his crib to, watch some like little educational show. And I walked back in and he was knocked the fuck out. So that lets you know. Oh, he cursed the girl out. That's typical Tank behavior, ladies and gentlemen. That's that kinky shit. I mean, not kinky shit. That's that zesty shit. You feel me? Like me personally, I don't really get nothing out of arguing with women. Of course, like if that's like your significant other, y'all gonna have arguments, y'all gonna have fights. But just like random women on social media or in the streets, I don't even go back and forth with them. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't even get nothing out of that. And I always be like, yo, like if it's really that much of a problem, you know what I mean? If it's really that much of a problem, you could bring your father, you could bring your brother, you could bring your man, whoever the fuck it is. You feel me? Like I ain't about to be going back and forth with no women because on the outside I'm gonna look like a woman going at it with a woman. That's not what we into. We real men around here. We masculine. You feel me? That's that feminine shit. That shit that women do. Derek Brown sent 100 for 2 jewels. What's that? He sent the gift. What is that? Okay, man. Oh man, what the fuck is we talking about, bro? Charlie's nuts. Yeah, yeah. He a blade. Let's get him up out of here. I don't know what he talking about, man on man. That's super weird. We had to pack him up real quick. What is this? Can Derek Brown explain what this is? Sent 100 for 2 jewels. What is that? Yo, what is this, yo? Can somebody let me know what this is? Let me see. It's money and gifts. Okay. How much is it? This is the first time I've ever received it. Sent 100 for 2 jewels. Like $1 each. Oh, all right. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. I never received that in that form. I usually would just get super chats, but that's dope. Okay. I like that. That's cool. Shout out to the boy Derek Brown for supporting the channel, man. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever heard your name before. Look, he sent another one. God damn, he's sending gifts like a that boy Derek Brown, a generous motherfucker, man. Salute to the boy Derek Brown. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now, yo. What? I'm looking this up right now because I've never seen this. I don't know what Bull said, but Smoochie smacked it with the wrench. So I'm assuming he said some nut shit. Yeah, we don't do none of that, Yummer. I already knew. I'm not one of those that'll fall for some bullshit like that. You feel me? You's a bona fide weirdo. So we're excited to share more about gifts powered by Jewels, a new way for your viewers to express themselves, show their support, connect with you in real time during vertical live streams. All right. Okay, so for every 100 rubies you receive, you get $1. Okay, that's fire. Salute to the homie. Salute to the homie Derek Brown. Y'all definitely need to hit the likes, y'all. We freestyling it today. You feel me? Any topic y'all want to discuss, anything y'all want to talk about in particular, let's get into it, man. I'm an open book. You know what I mean? Even if y'all want to send a you know what I mean? Y'all want to send a little personal question my way, that's cool too. Like I said, I don't hide nothing. You feel what I mean? Let's get it popping. Coming to you live from my girl's nail tech desk. You know what I mean? Alexani says, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to Alexani. I hope you have a blessed birthday. You feel what I mean? And I hope you got many more to come. Hopefully you healthy. And if you're not, I hope you a speedy recovery as soon as possible. Salute to you for coming through and letting that be known. I hope you have a blessed birthday. How old are you? How old are you? We starting to get more female subscribers, man. That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? My camera quality started getting better. Now the females want to come around. What's going on? Shout out to Smoochie though. Oh, you 18? Oh shit. Okay, that's a huge milestone. I remember when I was 18. I remember when I was 18. Coffee Plain, stop trying to be funny, man. I ain't tall enough to be Jason Tatum, bro. I'm 5'9". He like, I don't know how tall. Uh-oh, the thoughts is outside. The thoughts is definitely outside, brothers and sisters. The thoughts is outside, brothers and sisters. No, that's definitely a huge milestone, though. Like, I remember when I turned 18, I thought I was the shit. You know what I mean? That was my senior year of high school. So not only are you 18, I'm assuming you a senior as well. So you out here looking for colleges? What's the plan? What's the plan? I didn't go to college personally, so well, I went for like a semester and a half. I realized nothing was that wasn't really for me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. No, I'm being dead serious. I ain't even trolling, brother. That's a real milestone. That's a real milestone. 18, 21, you know what I mean? 30, 40, 50. Those real milestones, brother. You said once the gym opened, it was reps. No, that's a fact. Like when my dad hit me up and was like, yo, there's this little space that we got, right there on, the neighborhood I grew up in, blah, blah, blah. I want you to come check it out with me. So we checked it out, and it was a wreck, bro. It was like a big ass storage unit. But this fucking gym was huge. And I remember I used to go to this building because uh they used to have like batting cages in there. So we'll pay like a $10 guest fee, come in. They had baseball on the first floor, they had softball on the second floor. We was too young for the baseball, John, so we went upstairs. They had like arcades, pool tables, arcade games and shit like that. Ended up closing down after a couple years, but they still had like some of the stuff there. Like the dude just got up and left all the shit there. So I said, yo, this has a lot of potential. My dad started drawing the gym out and exactly how the way he wanted to build it. We had a skylight. He was like, yo, we gonna put the ring here. He had an automatic vision for the shit. You feel me? So once I seen like how locked in he was, and I'm like, yo, bro, like we doing this. Like it ain't no doubt. So I was in there every day. Mind you, I was broke as shit, broke ass college student, bro. And I was doing deliveries like I was a delivery boy. I used to deliver food all around South Philly, Center City, and shit like that. So when I wasn't at work, like I would go, paint, whatever the fuck it was, dump shit out, whatever. Then I'll go to work. Then I'll go to work. Then I'll go the next day, do the same thing. We was in that bitch grinding for, we was in there for a hot ass minute. Just building and building and building. And we was like, yo, we open on February 1st. He was like, all right, bet. So we just kept building, and we was open February 1st of 2020, bro. That's how that shit go. Jibo, what up? That boy Richard Todd said the godfather of boxing talk, Mazuma. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate the positive words, brother. So what we talking about, man? We got some things going on in the boxing world. We spoke about it yesterday. Bro, Mark, oh my God. What's up with you? Why you say it like that? You act like you just seen a celebrity or something. Gervonta is going insane on X right now. Are you serious? What is he doing? Oh yeah, he's snapping. That's the first thing that popped up on my shit. Yo, Tank do not be caring, bro. So somebody said that he was short and cute, and it happens to be a man. And he let it be known that he was a bundle of sticks. And the dude said it was a compliment, and he said, "Yo, ass a bundle of sticks. Stay a bundle of sticks, ass, and you're fucking lame." Damn. Yeah, Tank definitely on here snapping. He got his bag quick. He ain't even about to play with bull. I don't even know why you acknowledge the dude. Why Tank always like doing some gay shit, talking about niggas being gay. I don't know, bro. That's a real interesting topic for Tank because he always seems to bring it up. Tank don't got much room to be calling people gay. For real, for real. Why does shit taste like this, man? You can't be walking around with little purses and handbags and shit and then calling niggas gay. That's misleading. That's hypocritical. That's feminine activity, brother. Feminine activity. Yeah, he wildin'. He not living in his truth. Smoochie, you got something you want to say about him? Canelo gonna BJ Saunders Crawford. You think so? You think Crawford gonna put himself in a position where he run into an uppercut from Canelo and break his orbital bone? That's what you telling me? I don't know. I think the fight's gonna go a little bit different than that. I actually think Bud is in a good position to win. It's all about his preparation. You feel me? So hopefully, Bomac, Coach Red, and Saul, they formulating a great training, a great game plan together. Hopefully, the strength and conditioning coach, is able to, put some good amount of muscle on him. So, but the type of muscle where he can still be agile and still his conditioning still be sharp like it was throughout his career. It's going to be It's gonna be a challenge, but with Bud, I think Bud be doing strength and conditioning. I don't think he does it with Snack. I think he's sponsored by Snack, but he don't be with Snack. But he does the strength and conditioning at like the UFC Institute and shit like that. So he should be all right. You know what I mean? And listen, Bud got money, so he got the resources necessary to prepare properly. You feel me? Like how Roy Jones properly prepared with Mackie Shieldstone going up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. And when he fought John Ruiz, he did a phenomenal job. You feel me? Simba Boxer says, do I love Tank? I don't love none of these niggas. You feel me? Like I'm a fan of some of these fighters, but to say I love them, that's kind of weird. I feel like you gotta personally know somebody to love them. You feel me? I love what they do as a fighter. Like can I love a person that I don't know? I don't know that, brother. I can't say that I love them. I love their abilities. Like Tank can rumble. He got good speed, power. He intelligent. Whenever he need to use his legs, he use them. He set traps beautifully. He precise. Tank is well rounded. I've just been heavily critical about him because I felt like, he's never in any weight class he's ever been in, he's never definitively showed that he was the best. Unlike other guys, like who've actually unified and beat the top guys like a Usyk, a Terrence Crawford, Nayu Inoue, Bam Rodriguez. Like these guys have shown, they the best definitively in their division by fighting top tier guys that happen to be in or around their weight class. Tank has had multiple opportunities to fight elite level guys, and he's never looked their way. Instead, like at the moment that he'll fight guys, they wouldn't they wouldn't be like big deals, in my opinion. Why did I stop boxing? I developed a chronic illness known as ulcerative colitis. I got diagnosed back in like 2019. I think like May of 2019, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And when you have a chronic illness like I do, I would not be able to pass a physical. So therefore, if I'm not able to pass a physical, I cannot compete. Since then, I've been in remission, but it's been a while, bro. Like I haven't really trained properly or taken on the lifestyle as a boxer since 2018, 2019. So um, that's tough to do. But regardless, yeah, that's the reason why I stopped competing. But I got a shit ton of experience in boxing. I've helped manage fighters, I've helped train fighters. I got a whole amateur stable. I got one of the best amateur stables in Philadelphia, in my opinion. I think we got the best gym in Philadelphia, point blank, period. And we talking about amateurs and professionals, like, you don't think you need to look any further. And look, that's just my personal opinion. There's a lot of great gyms in Philadelphia, and there's a lot of great trainers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my time is still coming, but I think that, and as time goes on and I continue to prove myself, I can see myself being up there with the upper echelon trainers of the world. And anybody that knows me personally and seeing how the way I work in the gym, I'm ahead of my time. You can ask God. I've been told that by people who are Hall of Famers. That's where I strive to be. If I don't accomplish much in boxing, I at least want to be a Pennsylvania Boxing Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. If I'm able to accomplish that, I'll be a happy man. That's going to take some time, man. I'll probably be in my 50s by the time that happens. But you know, you know, that's a huge goal of mine. How I'm getting y'all emotional? Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. And look, man, like I done been through it all with health issues and my mental health deteriorating, and bro, that took everything out of me. But in all honesty, God works in mysterious ways. I honestly feel like He wouldn't give you anything that you couldn't handle, and sometimes He'll put you through one of these situations to realign you in the direction that you need to be in. And I think that's exactly why God did what He did. To be like, yo, let's not focus on boxing anymore. This isn't your true calling. Let me direct you in the path to show you your true calling. You know what I mean? I genuinely believe that wholeheartedly. So, um, Shit happens for a reason. And look, man, I'm gonna tell you, and I say this all the time. I say this all the time. I am a far better coach than I ever was a fighter. And I can say that um open openly without any type of fear or anything. I'm a way better coach than I ever was a fighter. I was a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was well rounded. Um, but I'm a way better coach than I ever was a fighter. Shout out to the boy Jibo with the $10 super chat coming through showing love. He says, I'm growing as a fan of the sport thanks to this channel and community. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you coming through and showing love. There's a reason why Jibo is a part of the wrench gang. He's always kept it thorough, always kept it positive ever since he stepped foot into the nation. You know what I'm saying? Into the boxing community here at Mazuma TV. So thank you very much. Um, you one of my favorite people on here. Jibo, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I appreciate you coming through and showing love as always. You feel me? Um, I definitely got some of the best subscribers on YouTube, hands down. Off the ropes boxing and MMA, he says, "You ever think about getting into gold, my guy? It's a great stress relief." What you mean? You talking about like gold? It's a gold chain. What you mean? I don't understand what you mean by that. You probably wrote it wrong. I see you retracting the message. Shout out to the boy Marky Dan in the building. Golf. Oh, golf. I don't know, bro. Like growing up, like wait, my culture set up and stuff. Like we was never too into golf. You feel me? Like I can tell you what my stress relievers are though. And I see like a lot of rich people. They play golf and shit like that. I see Canelo playing golf, Donald Trump, George Bush. Like a lot of like you know big public figures are in the golf. That's not really my thing. You feel what I mean? That's not really my thing, brother. But I enjoy fishing. Um, I like to fish. I think that's a very therapeutic thing for me. What else? I don't know, bro. I just be in my own bubble for real. Like I don't really let things really get to me. You feel me? Like another stress reliever, probably like I don't know. Like I guess like playing. I guess playing my game, eating good food, being around people that who's Corey? What you mean, Corey? Who is Corey? Yo, forever dedicated. How you know who that is? That's interesting. How you know that? Forever dedicated. How you know dude name? But I never said his name publicly. So where'd you get that from? Did I tell you that? Oh, in the video it says his name. I was about to say, let me find out this nigga. I don't get my paranoia tweaking like that, brother. But yeah, they do say it in the video. They're like, "Get out, Corey, get out." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, listen, me and Corey was cool, and I think he actually pulled up to my gym a few years ago and shit like that. It was his coach, bro. His coach always made it personal, always talk shit. You know what I mean? And he was a cool dude too, but like I don't know, like he had a little, shit talking side to him, and I ain't like that. So, um, I would step on his fighters whenever he would disrespect me. You feel me? So that's what I did. I mean, I couldn't punch old head in his mouth. He was pushing like 70. You know what I mean? I wonder how Budini doing right now, man. I didn't see him in years. He used to stop by the gym all the time, but that was early when the gym opened. I probably ain't see Budini in like 3 years. It wasn't like, nah, I'm not gonna say it's personal because if it was personal, it wouldn't have been in the ring. Um, it's competitive. It's competitiveness. You feel me? It's on my shorts. Like I got a couple. I only got like one. I got a whole bunch of sparring clips of me stopping niggas, but I only posted one. It was old, bro. I was really young in that video. I've gotten way sharper since then. But yeah, it wasn't personal. It's just like I guess like competitiveness and I'm not the one. I'm one of them niggas that if you talk shit to me, bro, like that really fucking gets me in the zone. And it's not anger or nothing like that. You just make me lock in more. So like, Corey was never a shit talker. He was actually a really nice dude. It was his coach that used to talk shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, you got, and because that's your trainer, you gotta pay for what your trainer do and say. If my dad talked shit, I knew I had to back it up. Or, whoever I was working with at the time, they was talking shit, I had to back it up. That's just how the game go. Yeah, I stopped. Bro, that wasn't the only time I stopped him neither. I used to knock that nigga out regularly to the head and the body. They'll keep putting them in there with me, bro. I couldn't get nobody at the gym to work with me. And that's a fact. There was niggas who had more fights than me and all. And I think at that time, Corey had more fights than me too. They wasn't making it out the ring, cuz. Swear to God. I knocked him out a few times. I knocked Corey out on his feet one time. Boom! He just leaned up against the ropes and they had to catch him and shit. Mm-hmm. No, I don't be seeing dude no more though, bro. Um, like I said, the last time I seen him, he actually visited my gym probably like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So like 2022, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Corey was a really cool dude. It was his coach. He don't plan on getting any sort of get back. I don't even know if that nigga box anymore, bro. See, it was a nigga named Corey, and then there was another nigga named Chase. Now, Chase, he was like one of those scary boxers and shit. But because I used to stop so many people in the gym, they used to think that I was just a puncher. Like I wasn't like like I couldn't box. I was like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. So I sparred to do Chase. He like flicking his jab, flicking his jab. He was like, he can only punch if he set his feet. I was like, what? And I was like, all right. I started getting light on my feet. I started making him come forward, running him into shots. And I'm talking shit to the coach the whole time while I'm boxing him. I said, bro, I've only, and that's why I feel, that's why I don't like, that's why I be feeling boots. Like, why do we have to box niggas when he can just fuck him up? Why do I need to box you when I can just walk you down and beat your ass? Why do I need to, I don't need to pull out a tool that, if I have a job that doesn't require a tool, why do I feel the need to bring it up? I could tell you and Tank box the same. Uh, Tank was quicker than me. I had good timing. He was Tank was a lot better than me in terms of attributes. I was a dog though. Like and like obviously like, I don't know, Tank be a little flaky. But Tank was better than me. Like he was faster. He probably punched harder. I don't know. Hmm. That's why I tell my fighters all the time. If they don't belong in there with you, get them the fuck out. It's really that simple. How does getting established feel? It's a good feeling, bro. It's like if you play baseball, if you hit a home run, or like if you're playing basketball, if you hit a game winner, or if you hit a butt, it's a great feeling. I can see why people get, uh, I see why people fall in love with their power because there's no greater feeling than getting a knockout, bro. To be honest with you, but I spar any of people on here. What you mean, like other content creators? I definitely would. Like anyone in the chat, yeah. I mean, if that's what they wanted to do, but I ain't sparring no big niggas. Like if y'all niggas, if y'all niggas like 240, I ain't doing all that. I definitely will spar. Not on nothing serious when I'm trying to clip somebody, but you know, I remember a nigga told me, man, you could beat Jake Paul. I was like, the fuck I can? You out your fucking mind. Them niggas big as shit. I respect weight classes, guys. You tripping. Yeah, I wouldn't mind sparring anybody for real, for real. I just I like to be well prepared because I take that type of shit serious. You feel me? So like if I was ever to be like in some type of like boxing event or doing something for a charity or whatever, I'm training like it's a real fight, bro. Like I would say like to really get my bearings back, bro, I probably need to train for like 3 months. Like 3 months of like consistent training and sparring. I think that'll be enough. 3, 4 months probably, and I'll be ready. This nigga funny as shit. He said, "What if you getting some work and the other dude turn it up and try to clip you? That somebody gonna get clipped. Cause if you think that I'm just gonna sit here and let you try to clip me, you crazy. So we just gonna have to slug that shit out and see what happens. You better hope that you get me before I get you though, and you better hope you got some type of power. Cause if you ain't got no power, I'm gonna step on you, dumb ass. That's how I feel. And if you stop me, you a bad motherfucker. That's all I know. If you stop me, you a bad motherfucker, bro. That's all I know. If you think I'm gonna just sit there and play defense while a nigga trying to clip me, that shit gonna go left quick. Bro, I don't, bro. Like I don't mind hurting a motherfucker, bro. Like I done beat a young boy ass one time because he was beating on his mom. I don't know if I told y'all about that. I remember the one time the mom came in with some glasses and she said, "I want somebody to spar my son," and I'm like, "Do your son compete? Like, fuck is we talking about?" She was like, "Oh no, fucking, oh, he's been hitting me and I want him to be taught a lesson, blah blah blah." She take the glasses off, bro. Her shit like this, nigga. I was like, damn, I was like, oh word. I was like, bet. Man, I beat young boy ass like his father was supposed to. Sound like a buzz story. What you mean? I beat young boy ass. Like he stole something. I'm gonna beat your ass how your dad was supposed to beat your ass, but he too much of a pussy to whoop your ass, or he probably a deadbeat not around, or whatever unfortunate circumstances. So I'm gonna beat your father in this boxing ring, nigga. And that was before I even had a child. I'm gonna beat your ass because you know what I mean? I would drop him. Boom, he'll fall. He'll get up, nigga. Get up. Then I start going to his body, knock all the air out his gas tank. Poof! He was trying though. Young boy was trying though. I fold him to the body. Boom! Then it started getting so bad. I'm like, I might put this little nigga in the hospital. So I just started opening my hands in the glove and was just slapping him. Bang! 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 Calling him a pussy and all types of shit. I was beating his motherfucking ass. I remember she had came by like a month later and shit, said that like he don't do it no more because she be threatening him with me. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm glad I can help you with that. Funny gym story. All right. So one time we had this, let me grab these other bag of chips real quick. Cause a nigga hungry. Hold up. I remember the one time we jumped the door. We ain't jumped. I ain't gonna say we jumped in, but he got his ass whooped at the jump. I probably already told this story. Fuck it. Nah, I got another one. Hold on. So we always get these crazy motherfuckers that come to the gym, right? We always got these crazy motherfuckers that come to the gym and they be out of jail. Mark be scaring niggas. I definitely do. And what be crazy is I don't even be saying a word. You wanna know how I know niggas be scary, bro? Cause they be like, man, when I thought, man, you look mean when I met you though, man. Like you I thought you ain't fucking me. Nigga, how the fuck would you know? You ain't never say that to me. If you intimidated, just say that. I don't be intimidated about no man. Anyways, um, funny gym story. Fuck it, I'm gonna tell y'all this one. So at this time, I was training fighters, you know, just like the shit that I do now. And we had this dude come in the gym. Looked like he high, looked like a little druggy, dope fiend, whatever the case is. Um, he come in the gym and he like, yeah, man, I want to show you guys what I got. I'm trying to turn pro, blah, blah, blah. My dad like, slow down. Like, what you talking about? You got any fights? Nah, man, but you know, I did a lot. I've been in a lot of street fights. You know, I fought in jail. I just want to show you guys what I got, man. Because once y'all see what I got, y'all gonna want to sign me. Blah blah blah. My pop like, yo, you know, boxing different than this street fighting shit. And fighting in jail, it's a different game. Oh no, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Blah blah blah. So he ain't listening to nothing my pop is talking about, right? So my dad, like, yo, like, you gotta show some respect. You just can't be coming in here trying to call people out. That should get you hurt. Trying to tell him. Boy just kept popping his shit. All right, cool. I had a fighter at one time. I'm gonna just say his name Jay. I'm not gonna say his name, but his name was Jay, right? And Jay was a hothead, a notorious hothead. He didn't really take disrespect too kindly, and he'll be quick to do something to somebody, especially if they're not from the gym. And he was on his way. So I told my pop, I'm like, yo, this dude gonna have to get out of here before Jay get here, because once Jay peak the type time boy on, it's gonna go left. My pop like, yeah, I'm trying, man, I'm trying, but I'm not trying to get physical and like I don't want to do too much. I'm trying to be, polite. I'm like, all right, so this dope fiend, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He had to be either high as fuck where he couldn't feel pain, or like he was just that strong. But apparently he was like a vet, in the military and shit, because he had like his military ID. So he showed my pop. So I'm assuming like he came back, from whatever military shit he was doing. probably was disabled or ever got hooked on drugs and now he just dopey, right? That's the shit that be happening, unfortunately. But whatever. This dude cranked 70 push-ups. I remember that shit. I was counting that shit. Full form. 70 straight push-ups, bro. Diamonds. Nigga was doing diamonds. Anybody that do diamond push-ups know them Jones difficult to do. Especially 70. I was cranking out. I was like maxing out like 50, 55, after a workout type shit. This nigga did 70 diamond push-ups, telling niggas that he on that type of time. So he popping his shit, niggas laughing at him and shit. This nigga don't leave on time. Jay walk in the door. He like, yo, what's up? He was like, yo, who cuz? I was like, some nigga that's coming in here trying to call boxers out. He was like, nah, we don't do that shit. Yo, Mark, get that nigga out of here. Straight told me that. I'm like, I've been trying to get him out of here because I knew you was coming. He said, bro, he said, bro, I don't like that type shit, man. Like, you gonna have to go. So I'm like, all right. I was like, go tell him, nigga. Fuck you telling me for? Go tell me. So he was like, yo, cuz, you getting a membership? He said, man, I don't need no membership, man. I don't need no membership, blah, blah, blah. He talking this shit. He said, you're going to need a membership if you're going to come in here. He said, I don't know where the fuck you from, but you don't be doing that shit over here, blah, blah, blah. So he get to talking back and forth. And the boy Jay was like, bro, I ain't even about to be rapping with you no more. He said, you either going to get a membership or you getting the fuck out. He's like, you got money, cuz? Like, what's up? He said, you know what? I'm gonna go, man. Man, I'll just go to another gym and see if they got work, blah, blah, blah. Try to act like we ain't got no work for him. So Jay let the nigga walk out. So we on the second floor, so we gotta go through a door and then go down 3 flights of we gotta go like one regular flight of steps and then 2 small flights of steps, like 2 steps each, and then you walk out the door. So the dude walk out. I slammed the door behind him. Boom. When I slammed the door behind him, I can still see him because we got a door that got like a little glass in the middle of it. So you can see a little bit of it outside. The dude like reaches for something. And then he continues to go down the steps. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck he just reached for? So my dad opens the door. He checks. My dad had a Ring camera. So like whoever walks into the gym, you can see them coming in. The fucking Ring camera not on the drum no more. It's not on the magnet no more. My dad was like, yo, this nigga just stole my fucking Ring camera. Jay was like, what? This nigga Jay opened the door, went down the steps, started punching ball all in the back of his head. Boom, 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 boom. This nigga fall down the whole flight of steps, bro. Boom, 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 boom. He falls. He get up. Justin two-piecing. Boom, bing. This nigga fall down the small steps. Boom, 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 boom. He get back up. Justin keep on punching on him. Boom, 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 boom. He fall down the other small flight of steps. This nigga hat fly off. All types of shit. He getting cooked in that little ass hallway. I can say it, brother. You gotta do your Googles on me and you'll figure out why I can say it. This ain't no Tiafimo, cuz. Do your Googles. This ain't no Edgar Belanga neither. We black over here. Do your Googles, cuz. Google my father too. You get an idea. Fuck out of here. Do y'all tell J. Cole he can't say it? Do y'all tell Jason Tatum he can't say it? Fuck out of here. It ain't about getting a pass. I'm black. What is we even talking about? I ain't never heard J. Cole. J. Cole mixed just like me. J. Cole mixed just like me. Jason Tatum mixed just like me. What's the other dude name from the Atlanta Hawks? Trey. He mixed. Steph Curry mixed. I ain't never heard nobody ever tell them that. Y'all say I look like Jason Tatum. It's because we pretty much the same fucking people. We black and we white. The fuck? My ethnicity Puerto Rican. We come from the island, but we not native to the island. My fathers, we came from Africa, Nigeria to be exact. My mom's side, they came from fucking Portugal. The fuck, I'm black and I'm white. What is we talking about? Y'all gotta understand the difference between ethnicity and race. I'll be sick of that. I'll be seeing that comment a lot. Y'all gotta chill. Because every time I ever been described by a fucking cop or whatever the case is, whenever I was going through, they would call me, they would say I was black. When I picked up my gun permit, and they was writing down like my stats and all that stuff for race, they put black. When I got my son's birth certificate, when they filled out my portion and I had to put my signature, they put black. They not putting white, cuz. You acting light skinned now. Okay. I am light skinned. What the fuck you want me to tell you? Yeah, they rage baiting. So, anyways, this nigga get punched down 3 flights of steps. Boom, 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 boom. This nigga hat fly off. So he come outside, and Justin was like, "Yo, get the fuck." All right. Oh damn, I said his name. Jay was like, "All right, nigga, take your shit, get the fuck out." Boy, he's like, "Yo, let me get my hat back." He's like, "Man, fuck your hat. Take your shit, get the fuck out." So the boy had gotten in his car. He was like parked right at the top of the block. And he had his window rolled down and he talking shit. He talking shit from a rolled down window. He had jersey plates and all. I remember that shit. And I was like, "Yo, go home with that ass whooping." He was like, "I'll be back. I'll be back." Never seen boy come back. Actually, the boy Jay was down his grandma way, went out to a corner store. He said when he walked in the corner store, he seen boy in there with a motherfucking what's that shit? Like a the shit they put around your neck, the rest of your arm in. What they call that shit? We got it back, teach. Fuck you mean? Punch that shit right up out his hands. We put that shit right back on the magnet. Why would you steal a ring camera if you know that it's operating? Like they could clearly see you taking the camera. You feel what I'm saying? I don't understand. It's clear they clearly recording you taking the camera. We can see your face. Like that was dumb. Like no. Like the arm wrestler, like when you break your arm, oh, a sling. He was in a sling when he seen him at the corner store. Yup. And he recorded him too. He was like, "Fuck you doing out here, cuz?" You see, remember, you don't remember me? You try to steal from my gym, and the dude was like, "Man, come on, man. Man, what you talking about, nigga? What you talking about?" Like the doofy act like he didn't know what he was talking about. He said, "Nigga, I'm the reason why you in that sling." And it makes sense because when he fell, he like broke his fall with his arm. So he probably broke his arm as he was falling. Pack him, please. Shout out to Coffee Plant. Kaz Fisher said that boy be going for it. You the one who I'm responding to you, brother. You the one who going for it. I'm responding to you, just like how I'm responding to everybody else in this chat. Yeah, bro. The trolls been coming in heavy because I'm noticing that my viewership is going up, right? Because I remember my lives used to do like, and they still do, like 200 views, 250 views. Now the Jaws is doing like 500, 6. You know, in the past couple of weeks, my viewership going up. So of course, when the viewership go up, the trolls start, gravitating towards the live. So that's why I got the best Reds gang in the month, man. That graveyard is extensive. That graveyard, the block page is extensive, bro. We won't even be playing with y'all. You feel me? My boy Ghost 787 in the building. What up, brother? He says, yo, bro, Xander is gonna destroy Jorge Garcia, unlike Conwell, who sold us of a fight versus Xander. I mean, listen, I think Xander Zayas has the perfect opportunity to become world champion at 154 with this opponent. Xander He's fun. He got the fundamentals. He textbook. But he's a high value. He comes in great shape. He's a high volume puncher. He throws a lot of punches. You know what I mean? I do think that Xander could be a little predictable with his combination sometimes. And because he's a high volume puncher, he leaves. You're most vulnerable when you throwing punches, right? So against like a good counter puncher, that could be an issue for Xander. But Jorge Garcia, from what I understand, man, I didn't really see anything too spectacular about him. He is tough. He is durable. So Xander has to, be aware of that. He has to be mindful of that for sure. But I think that Xander could outbox the dude. I think he could outwork him. You feel what I'm saying? But he needs to be responsible with his defense too. Because against Spalmer, he actually had got his shit rocked. You feel me? So you gotta stay focused. As soon as you get them punches off, you need to bring them back, brother. You know what I mean? And you gotta lead as much as possible. As soon as he sets his feet to punch, you either need to get out of dodge or you need to catch, you need to slip. You know what I mean? Half step back, you could pull. There's a few ways you can go about it. You can even use your lateral movement, but you gotta be aware. You gotta be aware. Yeah, I can't rock with that comment, brother. I think he need to get packed for that. This nigga said the sore throat rasa. That's crazy. He fights, but Moses Atama, he's nice, he's sharp, he's nice, he's sharp. The IQ there, he improves a lot. Listen, he's been getting stanched by a lot of the top heavyweights right now. I seen Tyson Fury put his stamp on him. I seen Usyk put his stamp on him. I seen Martin Bacoli popping this shit like, oh, he's too young for somebody like me. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this, Bacoli. You need to stop your fat ass, bro. I'm getting sick of this motherfucker, bro. He really impressed me with the Jared Anderson fight, but since then he act like his shit don't stink, and all of a sudden he don't need to improve his game or he don't need to train hard anymore. You fat bastard. You need to stop whining your hips and that motherfucking gym. First of all, you need to put some motherfucking clothes on. You got money. I know you got money for some gym shorts. Get your fat ass in some gym shorts. Stop whining your fucking hips. Hit the motherfucking bag. Do your road work. Spar and get that weight up off of your big ass. I don't understand how a motherfucker like you that claims to be a vegetarian could be putting on so much weight. Say pack him. Niggas is weird, cuz. We gotta pack him. Shout out to Ralph. Um, I don't understand how niggas that claim to be vegetarians could be as big as you. I don't understand that shit. I think you lying, nigga. You gotta have some type of chicken in your diet. You eating some type of steak, red meat, nigga. You doing something. You on a carnivore diet. There's no reason why you that like you cannot get that weight up off your big ass. You over here, this motherfucker got Gucci down to the socks, acting like niggas can't tell him shit. Bro, if you don't get your fat ass in the gym and stop because you keep playing, a nigga like Moses will pack you the fuck up. You look like shit against FA when you supposed to step on FA. To be honest with you, you was hurting FA and all, but you ain't had a gas tank to keep that shit going and switch gears, cuz. Um, fucking Joseph Parker, you took the fight on 24 hours notice because you want to keep Turkey Al Sheik on your good side. Lo and behold, the nigga just used you. He used you as a pawn to keep his show afloat. You feel what I'm saying? You were supposed to ultimately be prepared for fucking Joseph Parker. He made you look dumb. He hit you on the top of your forehead. You did a little leprechaun dance. You fell. Nigga stopped the fight. FA, Africa versus Africa. This is supposed to the Congo versus Nigeria. Oh my God. They both called each other. They both popping their shit. But Kobe, you're not on my level, bro. You're not on my level. The whole time the nigga show he was on your level. You look like shit. Keep it 1,000. You look like shit. So your big ass. First of all, you big. And I done said this before. You too big to be doing for you to be dirty whining, nigga. First of all, niggas shouldn't even be doing that. You leave that up to the bitches. This nigga belly dancing like them Hawaiian bitches. When you walk into the island and they got that motherfucking that motherfucking roll, them roses around their neck and all that. Like, nigga, you out here dirty whining in the gym full of niggas. I don't understand what your mindset is. You feel me? Like this, like you over here, like you look like you need like a motherfucking nigga, like you acting like you got a hula hoop around your waist. You just trying to keep that bitch afloat. Like you over here swinging your shit. Cut that shit out. Keep your fat ass in the gym. Cut your fucking weight down and get ready for a fight so you can step on somebody. Because I know you could rumble. I know you could be amongst the top of the division, but you get a little money and you contend. See, Anonymous thought Anonymous said you lost the FA. Anonymous know his boxing, so if he's saying that, that's because you wasn't supposed to lose the FA, cuz you had FA looking like Eris Landy Lara out there, motherfucker, moving on you, hitting you with counters, turning you. I didn't even know FA could box until he fought your fat ass. I didn't even know the nigga could box like that until he fought your fat ass. He was always flat-footed, had a strong right hand. He usually put niggas out, or he usually walked niggas down. You had F.A. Ajagba and his motherfucking Guillermo Rigondeaux bag. How the fuck that work? And you couldn't catch up to him. Looking tired. Nigga not even putting pressure on you and you tired. How the nigga on the back foot and you getting tired following the nigga? God damn. God damn. Shit is crazy. But anyways, yeah, FA was easily outboxing him. I was getting frustrated. Y'all ever know what a nigga's capable of, and then you see them look like dog shit, so it just frustrates the fuck out of you? That's how I was watching Bacoli. I knew he could have stopped FA. Like, I really felt like that. Like, I thought he was really going to step on FA. This nigga, how much he weighed? 290. Like, how much he weighed? Like 299? Moses versus Caballero will be fire. Caballero is really dangerous right now, bro. If I'm Moses, I wouldn't even look in Caballero's direction. Not right now. I think a lot of these heavyweights need to step up out. They need to stay out of Caballero's way. Who's my top 5 heavyweights of this era? Like, we talking about like active fighters right now. Obviously, you got to go. You got to go Alexander Usyk, hands down, no debating. Daniel Dubois, because you know he has the other title. K7, what up? We gonna go Joseph Parker. So we got Usyk, Dubois, Parker. I need a list. Let me get a list up real quick. I would put Tyson Fury, but you know he's retired, so I don't even know what type time niggas is on. Let me see. Let's look at the rankings real quick. Shit, Caballero might crack that one, to be honest with you. So we gonna go Usyk, Dubois, Parker, Caballero, and we could probably go Anthony Joshua, considering the fact that Tyson Fury is retired. But if if he was active, I wasn't claiming retirement, I would put Fury over AJ, because they both coming off of losses. But like, who had the worst loss? So let's keep it 1,000. You know that boy Joshua fell on his tummy. Dubois had AJ on his tummy. Who's the next up and coming heavyweight that could replace Usyk? There's a few that got potential, brother. Like, I mean, like I said, I really like I like what Caballero is doing. I like what he's doing, but you know he need to he need to get a big fight ASAP because he's in his early 30s, and you already know how this boxing shit go. You know, boxing is a small window, so you gotta, get some shit popping. So I'm gonna say Caballero. I think Moses has a lot of talent. I think he has a lot of potential. If Bacoli stopped dirty whining to get his fat ass in shape, then he could obviously be a problem. Um, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, maybe Frank Sanchez could do something, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's up that level. Dubois, he's not up and coming though. That's the thing. They said up and coming heavyweights. Dubois is not up and coming. He's a world champion. He's there. You feel me? Jared Anderson, he not focused enough, brother. He not like his mind not really on boxing. I see he got baby mama issues like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like he had some shit going on. He talking about how he can't see his daughter, and he not worried about boxing, brother. He not. Top Rank strongly advised him to not fight Martin Bacoli. They knew that was a fucking mixed match or a mismatch, whatever you want to call it. He decided to take the fight anyway because it was for a good amount of money. He got destroyed by Bacoli. Then he comes back. He does another fight. Uh, he looked like dog shit in that fight too. But he told y'all he's not enthused with boxing. Y'all gotta understand, like, to really excel in boxing, you really have to be in it mentally. Like, it's not just a physical thing where you get in shape and then, bro, that's not how that shit work, bro. That's not how that shit work. You gotta be just as prepared up here. You gotta be trained in the mind, just like you are in the physical, in the body. Jared, he probably doing these training camps. He getting in shape. Physically he may be there, but he not tapped in right here. So as long as he not tapped in right here, he's not gonna get the results that people are expecting of him. That's just the reality. Feed Jared to Moses so he can retire. Moses gonna sleep him, bro. He's gonna sleep him. Jared need to stay away from these niggas. And if he really ain't enthused with the sport all like that no more, he just need to go ahead and stop boxing. He's gonna get hurt, bro. You need to go ahead, get you a couple wins. Go ahead and do a top ranked fight with Richard Torres. Go fight Richard Torres. And it's so funny because I always thought Jared Anderson would step on Richard Torres, bro. I always thought he would. But like, if we judging off last performances, Richard Torres fucking Jared Anderson up. He a mauling. He a mauling. Keep Jared Anderson away from Caballero. Keep him away from all them top dudes. Keep him away from his Frank Sanchez. Keep him away, bro. Mm-mm. If I'm Jared Anderson, that's what I'll look at. Unless he just want to unless he want to be a gatekeeper for a Riyadh season event. You getting your Wilfred Benitez book on Monday? Dope. I used to want the FA fight, but even that, nah, that's pretty dangerous. Yeah, Jared looks completely done. Like he don't want to be in there. And that's a mental thing. And at the end of his last fight, dude had him hurt on the ropes. He was getting punched on. If dude would have kept that pressure or would have kicked into that gear early on in the fight, he fuck around would have stopped Jared too. All that talent wasted. Yeah, bro. A motherfuckers gonna be realizing what they have until it's behind them. You ever hear that dude? It don't even got nothing to do with boxing, but I hear it in boxing a lot. Oh man, if I just would have trained a little harder, man, I probably could have did something. Oh man, maybe if I took it serious, man, I would have did something. Oh, motherfuckers, when guys are talented or they gifted at something, they don't realize it until it's gone or until it's behind them. And now they looking back like, damn, maybe if I would apply myself more, damn, man. That's the type situation Jared Anderson gonna be in. He gonna be known as that guy who had a lot of talent, he had a lot of potential, but he didn't apply himself. This man was crying in front of Roy Jones. It's just so much pressure. It's so much pressure. I didn't ask for this. I'm only 20. Hey, Jared, go ahead. Go ahead and clock out, my brother. There's niggas who got it way harder than you. Way harder than you. You have a fucking gift. If Roy was trying to tell you that shit, you just sit there, hand behind your back. So much pressure, man. Just, nigga, where is your father? 23. Man, shut your whole ass up, nigga. You want to box or not? You ain't got to box. If you hate boxing that much, go ahead and walk away. But you ain't no real hustler like that, cousin. Like you not nobody. This the only way you gonna get to a bag. So you gonna stand in that motherfucking ring and box. See, and that's what happens when you don't prepare properly. Because when Bacoli's well prepared, he's very dangerous. But if he's slack and he half-assed, a motherfucker like Moses will beat him. Yes, that's correct. So a lot of this shit comes to preparation too. It ain't just about how dangerous somebody is, a skill set, but if a motherfucker half-assed and can't, he talented, and then the motherfucker grinding his ass off over here and is not as talented, the motherfucker who's working harder most likely gonna be the one to prevail. The boxing ring always exposes motherfuckers, bro. I say this all the time. You could probably lie to your coach. You could probably lie to your wife. You could probably lie to your strength and conditioning coach. You could lie to your manager. You could lie to your promoter. But you know who you can't lie to? The boxing ring. You know why? Because the boxing ring will expose whatever you put into the camp. If you bullshit during camp and you cut corners, it's gonna show in the boxing ring. If you trained your ass off, you didn't cut no corners, it's gonna show in the boxing ring. I done seen it happen. If you over here fucking before the fight, it's gonna show. Most of the time. Most of the time. We gonna see it. If your legs, all stuck in the mud, we gonna know. We gonna know if you overtrain. We gonna know if you undertrain. Whatever the case is, they're both just as dangerous. Overtraining or undertraining, they're both as dangerous. You leave your fight in the ring. You leave your fight in the gym, and then you come into the ring and you look like shit. It's gonna expose you. If you got a terrible gas tank, the boxing ring is gonna show you. It's always gonna expose what's going on. Marissa says Josh Taylor should retire. His downfall needs to be studied, man. There's an episode with Terrence Crawford coming out on Ring Champs. What's that? Ring Champs. What is that? Can anybody enlighten me on what that is? Let me look that up real quick. Oh, that's Akin Barak. I don't respect them niggas, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't. I'll watch it obviously because it's Terrence Crawford and I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford. But I don't respect Akin Barak for how the way they was rotting Ryan Garcia in that interview they did. You know what I mean? Them niggas is hoes, to be honest with you. They ain't press him or Derrick James. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Could never be me. Could never be me. Just saying. Like if I disagree with a motherfucker or whatever, I can still have a good interview with them because we just don't see eye to eye on certain shit. We can still have a quality interview. Like Rolly. Rolly told me, "Oh man, I'm a two at the top." This was before he beat Ryan Garcia. He said, "I'm a two-time world champion." I said, "Bro, we don't count regular belts over here." He was like, "Look, man, I look at myself. All right, you look at yourself that way. That's cool. I can have a conversation with Rolly, even though I might not agree with him on certain shit. But if a motherfucker is blatantly showing racism and disrespecting your people, and then you go and you do an interview with him and you kiki in his face, oh nah, we don't do none of that." I don't understand, dude. Yeah, I'll watch it just because it's Terrence Crawford. You feel me? But they hoes. To be honest with you, I wouldn't mind telling them that neither. I think y'all some hoes. Y'all moving like hoes. Who I got? Schofield versus Farmer. Yo, Floyd. Yo, them Schofield's talking crazy to Tevin, bro. They talking crazy about Tevin Farmer. Floyd. Yo, Auntie Sco is very disrespectful, bro. He's very disrespectful. Very very disrespectful. I seen. And the little son was popping his shit too. The son be a little bit reserved and all that. Taylor and Prograis rematch. That yeah, they both on the decline, so why not? I don't know. I heard Josh Taylor started off well, and then he just started looking like dog shit. I don't know. But listen, man, Auntie Sco was talking crazy, talking about Tevin Farmer cockeyed because Tevin Farmer cross-eyed. So he was like, "Oh, Tevin Farmer, he got a eye that he got a this nigga, bro. Auntie Sco is disrespectful as fuck. He gonna go say, he got an eye that goes in crazy directions, so he can see punches. He can see punches coming that the average fighter couldn't see. I'm like, wow. So you threw a shot at him being cross-eyed, which probably that's something that Tevin Farmer is probably insecure about. Then y'all started talking about the nigga lady. I'm willing to guarantee that's what got Tevin Farmer pissed off and made the video that he made. You said, "Oh look, man, he needed to have his girl in his corner in his last fight, and this time around, your girl gonna come to your corner and tell y'all to stop the fight." Talking about they gonna knock Tevin out in 2 rounds. And then the son, he started popping his shit. He was like, man, if um you need to be self-motivated, blah, blah, blah. If you need your girl in your corner to amp you up, like pretty much like saying like Tevin Farmer, he ain't really got no dog in him because he needed his girl to come and motivate him in the corner. Now, my personal opinion, I think the son is making a valid point. I kind of thought that it was disrespectful, in all honesty, for the woman to jump in the corner when she's not a part of the corner. I find that to be very disrespectful. If you got a trainer in your corner, if you got a second in your corner, you need to be listening to them. You feel what I'm saying? She don't know how to. She need me personally. Just my, Tevin can move however he want to move. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's his fiance, whatever the case is. If she's that important to him, where she needs to be, like her opinion just overrides his trainer's opinion in the corner. You know what I mean? That's their business. Me personally, I wouldn't tolerate that shit though. She need to go stay. Like if that was me, her ass would need to stay in the fucking crowd and just play her part. You feel me? I personally wouldn't even let women in the locker room. Like we locked in, we over here, bro. Like this, like, cause for real, y'all not, I don't. As far as I'm concerned, she ain't no trainer. She not the one putting in the work with him at the gym. So why the fuck she need to be in the corner? I didn't understand that. So when the son said that, he said you need to be self motivated in this shit. How can I know that you really want it? How can I know like you really a dog? You know what I'm saying? If you need your girl to amp you up in the corner for you to perform well, I thought that was kind of valid. He said, but yeah, Tevin didn't like that. I guess his wife being brought up got him in his feelings a little bit. So let's see. Wait, what's God damn, India Love fine as hell. Sheesh. Hold on. India Love is fine as hell. I know she a thought, but god damn. What's Javante saying? He deleted his shit like he always do. He's such a hoe. I swear to God. Fight is gonna be good. I got Sco. I think that I think Tevin could make Sco pay. Look, man, look. And a lot of people be making it seem like I'm anti like Philly and shit like that because no, bro, I just be keeping it 1,000. You feel what I'm saying? I keep it 1,000 and I call it like I see it, regardless of somebody's from Philly or not. When you look at Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer, is this a competitive fight? Yes. Tevin Farmer has the experience on his side. He's been through more 12-round fights than Kid Austin. He done been around the block. He done seen it all. And I seen Floyd Schofield talking about Tevin Farmer's 8 losses and shit like that. Like, yeah, he got 8 losses, but at the same time, you know, he's a lot better than what his record reveals. You feel what I'm saying? It almost seemed like the father was being more respectful than the son. I'm like, what the fuck, y'all niggas switching roles? But yeah, man. So Tevin Farmer, he's a former world champion. He's looking to become 2-time world champion. Uh, he's had some close, controversial fights with William Cepeda and Raymond Mortaya. Raymond Mortaya is Raymond Mortaya is currently the IBF interim champion at lightweight, so he's a credible guy. Um, you know, William Cepeda is about to fight Shakur Stevenson for the WBC. He's a top contender at 135. That's another valid opponent. And to be honest with you, Tevin Farmer ain't no 135. So he going in there with a lot of experience. He's crafty defensively. He has some good counters as well. And he got some respectable pop because I ain't ever see Cepeda hit that canvas until Tevin hit him. You know what I mean? So he's sneaky. You feel what I'm saying? He got some little sneaky pop on him. So uh, Floyd Schofield, if he lacks, he comes in reckless against Tevin Farmer, just thinking that he ain't got shit for him, he gonna run into some shit. But at the same time, my biggest criticism of Tevin Farmer is his offense does not match his defense. He makes you miss. He makes you miss more than he makes you pay. And in boxing, you gotta have an equal balance of both. In my personal opinion, in order to be successful. Like there was only so much you was gonna get up. Like Floyd will make you miss, but he'll make you pay just as much. You feel what I'm saying? So Tevin got the defense, but is he gonna have the offense, or is he gonna be consistent in his offense enough to win these rounds against Kid Austin, who hold on. Is he gonna have that is he gonna have that offense necessary to throw Floyd Schofield off and even outwork him? I don't think so, man. Another thing, Tevin Farmer loses focus in fights. I think he lost that last fight with William Cepeda. He had the right idea, but then you know, you use a lateral movement, you outboxing him, and then out of nowhere, you decide to sit in the pocket with him and trade. Why the fuck would you do that? Oh, I was trying to push him back. Why are you trying to push William Sapinas back? That's his game. I hear a fire alarm, yo. Hold up. Hold on, hold on. I thought I was gonna have to say it today in this motherfucker. I was about to come out of burning crib with a baby. You know what I'm saying? And all that. I thought that's what I was gonna have to do. But he said neighbor smoke. They definitely be smoking, cause I mean, I feel like I'm the only sober nigga in Philly, bro. To be honest with you. Hold on. Yeah, be a fireman. We are firemen. I was about to be a motherfucking fireman, kick this goddamn door open. You know what I mean? Rescue some cats and dogs. All that good shit. Was it confirmed that Tevin Farmer was hurt in the last fight? I think he had some type of injuries, but regardless, it was a terrible game plan on Tevin Farmer's part. You feel me? Injury could have played a part, yes, but I don't think he had a leg injury. He should have been moving more. Just around the area be lit. Facts. We got a bar right here. There's a smoke shop right next door to the bar. They out here today though. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. So look, just to finish up the whole Tevin Farmer and Kid Austin situation. Tevin Farmer, he loses like focus in the ring. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't really understand. Like, if he would have just boxed and paid it, bro, he probably could have outpointed him in the second fight. You wanted to sit in the pocket and trade with him and take all this unnecessary punishment, and then you go around saying that you got robbed in the second fight. No, you didn't, brother. You didn't. You fumbled that. You feel me? So he got another opportunity against a top contender in the WBA, Kid Austin. You know what I mean? He defeats Kid Austin. He probably have a solid ass rank in the WBA, and then he could probably, get another big fight going. You feel me? So we'll see. Oh shit, they rumbling. Oh shit, yo, look, they rumbling, y'all. Look, 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 look. How you flip this bitch? How you flip this bitch? Look, 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 look. Yo, they was just throwing punches. Oh shit, look, 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 look. Oh, what you running for? Ah, why they look like my sister? Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, they was really rumbling right there, bro. I fucking missed it. I missed it on camera. I seen it though. Bro, like these niggas about to get into it over here though. Yeah, speaking of boxing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look, they get into a little scuffle right here. Look, look, look. Get a little physical. Bro, they rumble out. They rumble out here every weekend though. And it usually be females. That'd be the crazy part. Oh shit. The security guard pushed her out the bar. Mm-hmm. No, I've never been in that bar. Bro, I don't think I've. The one time I went to a bar was because my cousin was bartender, so I was just supporting her. But yeah, it was definitely getting down though. Anyways, oh shit, look at these big bag bitches. Oh shit, look at these big bag bitches. They want some smoke. Look at that. They always be the bitches with the big back. They got the open. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Nigga said I live in the popping area. Nigga, I live in the hood, nigga. What you talking about? Man, it's a whole lot of talking. Ain't nobody throwing hands. This some whole shit. He said L cameraman. What you mean? Uh-oh. That's why you can't give people liquor, man. She said you fighting security anyways. Anyways. I ain't tripping about no shooting. They shoot up here, them shit's gonna be coming right back. He said, damn, what type hood is that? Houston hood don't look like that. Houston hood's really hood. Man, you gotta Google Philadelphia, brother. North Philly. Anyways, they was just sound like just some drunk people that, you know what I mean, had a little too much. What we talking about? Jason Tatum, is that you? I'm your mother's side nigga. How you doing? Strays ain't got no name, but I feel you. I'm all the way on the third floor. You feel me? If they gonna be shooting at niggas from down here, then I highly doubt I'm gonna be in line. Well, if I was downstairs with them niggas, that's different. But anyways, what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about, y'all? Cause we gonna be on here for a little while. Shout out to the 25 people that's in the building. And I love to live in that hood compared to Houston hood. I don't know what you trying to say though, brother. I don't know what you trying to say, brother. You better go check the murder rate in Philly. Well, yeah, Stowe versus Farmer. I think Kid Austin gonna outwork Tevin Farmer, bro. And Tevin Farmer box for 12. Like, this is gonna be a 10 rounder, from what I heard. But like if Tevin Farmer be on his bicycle, pick his shots, run, Sko into shit, then it could be a different type of fight. But I don't know. I just don't trust like Tevin Farmer's focus, bro. His discipline to his game plan. You feel me? I don't know. See Edwin talking crazy about Keyshawn. I mean, that's his opponent. He's supposed to talk crazy. Edwin got a mouthpiece, bro. When he was fighting Shakur, he the one who started calling Shakur Shakira. Search up Nadia Osama. I don't know who that is, brother, and I don't really care to look that person up. Was Tevin hurt in that last fight? I mean, that's what I heard something like that, but if he coming back so soon, how bad was his injury? Really think about that. If Tevin Farmer was really injured, like if he had an injury and that was the reason why he lost this fight, then why is he making such a quick turnaround? That injury couldn't have been that bad unless he coming into the Schofield fight injured too. He said key shit, core way better. Listen, he at the end of the day, at the end of the day, he don't really know Key because he ain't get in there with him yet. This Tubman coach, he said bully to bully. But that's dumb to me, bro. No disrespect to his coach or anything like that, but bullying the bully, that's not Tevin's style. It's not Tevin's style. And Tevin was never built like that, where like he dog niggas. Like you know how like Andre Ward, he bullied the bully with Sergey Kovalev, right? But Andre Ward, how the way his style built, he like a modified Bernard Hopkins, in my opinion. I think Andre Ward was like a modified version of Bernard Hopkins. He had Bernard in him for sure. And he even admitted, like, he watched a lot of Bernard. He studied Bernard heavy. You feel me? Like, that was his mentor. Andre Ward could bully the bully because his style was set up where if he needed to get down and dirty, that's what he was going to do. Tevin not really cut from that cloth, bro. He's a slick outboxer. He's a slick defensive outboxer. That's I hate when people try to make fighters or give game plans to fighters that, don't fit they, characteristics. You feel me? Like Malik Scott, what Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder made a career out of knocking niggas out with 1-2s and stepping forward. Why do you have Deontay Wilder showcasing lateral movement and trying to punch off of the ropes and set traps? Bro, that's not Wilder, bro. Like, y'all need to normalize giving fighters game plans that fit their fucking description. I be wanting to go in that bar, but I feel like I sleep in niggas. I can't go in bars, bro. I'm gonna end up fighting. Sean Terrence says, I think Tevin beat Schofield. I hope you right. I hope you right. But I always thought that Tevin struggled with volume punchers that are aggressive. I think Floyd Schofield fits that description. And I think they see that too. And I think that's why they took the fight with Tevin. But I'm rooting for Tevin though. I think Kid Austin will come out victorious at the end. You know what I'm saying? I think they're very calculated in how they move. I think they know that Tevin is going to be a difficult style because of how well versed he is defensively. But I think they believe they're going to outwork Tevin or they're going to rough him up. Shay said, I had a friend, he went to the Olympics. He said, Key, the best person he ever seen spar. I mean, listen, Keyshawn is talented, bro. The most talented person I've ever seen in the gym of sparring was Jerron Ennis. And then another one that I saw, another impressive, one of the best guys I ever seen spar was Raymond Ford. Because Raymond Ford sparred at my gym like 2 years ago. Close to 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. Raymond Ford looked shitty sharp. Um, Yeah, those are ones that really stand out. Keyshawn trading with De Los Santos is not a good idea though. Listen, De Los Santos got heavy hands. You feel me? But he is coming off of a layoff and a pretty rough injury with the blood clots and shit like that. So, you know, I think Edwin De Los Santos got an uphill battle just based off of the inactivity alone. You know, Keyshawn been staying active. You know, he's actually getting better from what I see, and you know, his confidence even more through the roof because you know he's world champion. So I think this and a lot of the momentum, if not all the momentum's on Keyshawn's side right now. So I'll take those little things into consideration when I'm making picks. And De Los Santos is dangerous. That's not somebody you really want to trade with. We seen how that shit went for Rayo Venezuela. So Keyshawn gonna have to fight a disciplined fight. You're gonna have to fight a disciplined fight, but Keyshawn like the rumble too. He like when fights break out. I mean, he like when he get to show his dog, and you know, you could tell Keyshawn the type dude. He like to hurt people. Uh oh. Uh oh. Who that? Oh, that's the ambulance. Never mind. I thought the motherfucking cops pulled up. Oh, the ambulance pulling up to the bar. What happened? What shit? Somebody done had too much to drink. Um, and Key got the home field advantage. Yeah, you know what I mean. And he done fought in his hometown before, so he already know how that shit feel to be there. He already know. He already accustomed to the pressure. So you know what I mean. This time around, he already gonna know what they expect. He already gonna know how to feel. So yeah, I think that's an uphill battle for De Los Santos for sure. But if Keyshawn do get reckless, he might touch that canvas fucking with De Los Santos because De Los Santos got some heavy hands. Speaking of fighters being with trainers that don't suit their style, are there any other examples you could think of? Gotta think about that, brother. Um, I thought that Teofimo trying to work with Canelo and them didn't make sense. To be honest with you, I didn't really see the like Teofimo such a nut hugger. He even admitted he just admitted not too long ago because now he throwing shots at Canelo. He was like, "Oh, you know, they all flat footed over there. My style not built like that." Okay, so if you know that, why would you train with them? Like, are you that much of a clout baby where you willing to train with a fighter just because they popular and not because they suit your style? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I thought that was a terrible, and it's not like Canelo and them like you know they're a terrible camp. No, they elite level guys. You feel me? They're the most successful people in the game right now. But Teofimo Lopez style, that rhythmic, athletic, you know, explosive style. Well, I'm not gonna say Tio not really explosive, you know, at 140. He was at 35, but not at 40. That athletic, quick, you know, the fast twitch muscles, you know, the rhythm and all that. That's not what Canelo and them based off of. They flat footed come forward pressure fighters that are big on like that are like drill based. You know, everything that the Canelo camp does is like drill based. They defense, you know, they bag work, their combinations. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I never thought that Team Canelo was a good fit for a fucking Teofimo Lopez. He too athletic. He too like reflex based for guys like that. Bosey's type style would benefit Tio, but you know who's but you know why? First of all, they'll never work with him. They'll never work with him. because they bona fide fucking racists and they might just fight each other. But his father be in the way. Like I bro, there's no fucking way that Bozy gonna be cool with training Tio. Tio like Bozy gonna be cool with training Tio while being underneath Tio Senior. Like get the fuck out of here. Tio Senior sat there and be like, oh, I'm always gonna be my son's head trainer, blah blah blah. I'm the best trainer in boxing. Like pretty much if you want to work with his son, you gotta work underneath him. For what? For what, nigga? You crazy? You try to tell Eddie Reynoso that Eddie Reynoso stamp, cuz he don't need to play underneath you. Fuck you. What is we even talking about? James would train T.O., yeah, but that's another situation where that style don't really match for him. Like Derek James and Ryan Garcia worked because it was like Ryan Garcia was literally one dimensional. He had no type of fundamentals. If you need, like, if you a fundamentally sound fighter, Derek James is the route to go towards. Or if you need improvement on your fundamentals, Derek James would be somebody good to add to your team. T.O. not really fundamental based. Like I said, he's a flashy, athletic, like quick, fast switch muscle type of fighter. So Derek James and T.O. wouldn't even be a good match for real. Bozy would be T.O.'s best fit if we talking styles for real, for real. See how he got like boots and he got like Andy Cruz, them guys who uh got rhythm and shit like that. Ronnie Shield, he's what I see with Ronnie Shield, based off of like the fighters he had, they you can tell they big on technique. You feel me? They good they big on technique and fundamentals too. But like his guys, like Jamal Charlo, you know what I'm saying, and David Morrell, they're really good at turning their punches over and getting, like maximum power behind their shots. You feel me? But I don't know. Tio might need help with his defense and combination punching. Tio need help with a few things. First of all, he need help up here. I think a sports psychologist might be able to help him with that. So that's first of all. He need to get his mind right. Second of all, um, he needs to be more disciplined behind his jab. Joshua or Robert Garcia. mm, I see why he did it though. Like I think when he was going into that rematch with Usyk, he felt like he needed to be like more aggressive, needed to be like more come forward type guy. So maybe he was thinking of like, like a Mexican type approach to take towards Usyk, where it's like, fuck that, I'm not about to be playing chess with this nigga. Instead, I'm gonna bring the fight to him. I'm gonna try to rough him up, beat him up, make it a brawl type shit, like a fight. I know boxing, like make it a fight. So maybe he looked at Robert Garcia as like a world renowned like Mexican coach. And it didn't work. Joel Diaz would be a good fit for Teofimo Lopez. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know why? Because Tim Bradley was somebody who had athleticism and speed and stuff like that. Wasn't the most skilled, fundamentally sound guy, but he had a lot of like his fighters were always in great shape. You know what I mean? They let their hands go. You feel me? And they was like athletic guys, like Joel Diaz and Tim Bradley. That might be a good job. And Madrimov is an athletic, rhythmic type fighter too. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that's a good one. Yeah, I don't look at Joshua Robert Garcia as that bad. I see why that was actually, I don't think that was a dumb move at all. I think that was actually pretty smart. But Yeah, it didn't work out regardless, right? Joshua should have went with the coach that Rob went with. What's his name? Bomac is a good trainer. He's a phenomenal trainer. When I think about Bomac, I include his other trainers as with him as well. Like Bomac and his team. So like Bomac's the face, but he's not the only one behind the operation. So it's Coach Red, Bomac, and Saul. So them three right there, that trio, they're doing a phenomenal job. I never liked Joshua constantly training trainers, switching trainers anyway, though. I'm not a fan of any fighter doing that. When I see that, I look at that as a fighter who is disloyal, for one. And a lot of these dudes is, honestly, but I look at them as disloyal and lacking accountability. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I don't fuck with Canelo. Y'all know I don't. But I respect his loyalty because in the two fights he came up short in, he never blamed his coaches. You feel me? Like he lost to Floyd Mayweather. And he even had some performances that was a little shaky, like, Aries Landy Lara. He lost to Floyd to Dimitri Bivol. And even the Triple G fights was a little shaky too. He never once was like, yo, fuck these coaches. I need to get a different look. He made it work with the team that he had. But I never heard him blame his coaches neither. He always talked about what he could have did better. Like with Floyd, he said he was like a bit inexperienced and stuff like that. And then with Dimitri Bivol, he just said he got tired. I never heard him say, "Oh, Don Charles." Shout out to Don Charles. You getting into it again? Yo, yo, these niggas wilding today. Shut your ass up, nigga. What do I think of Plants coach? Brett Man's a good coach, man. Man's a good coach. Um, he's all his fighters, they sharp. You feel what I'm saying? So I could tell that they work on like punch placement a lot over there, range. Uh like they you can tell Breadman is big on like you can tell he a perfectionist. He want every punch to be placed in the right spot. He want to make sure that they turning the punches over the right way. Like he's big on like being technically sound. Like his mechanics just being perfect. You can tell he's like a fundamentally sound guy. And I think that works out for somebody like, Caleb Plant, who you could tell is also a perfectionist. And just one, you could tell he's big on precision too. If you like a sharp puncher type fighter, Breadman will be a good addition to your camp. You feel me? AJ went from Derek James helped Anthony Joshua be like more persistent with his jab, his fundamentals and shit like that. Yeah, I kind of almost forgot that AJ. Yeah, AJ was with Reynoso, right? Or I'm tripping. He definitely was. No, I think it was Robert Garcia and Derrick James. But I remember like Eddie Reynoso like being open to working with him. Yeah, I remember. But I remember Eddie Reynoso saying that he would train Anthony Joshua though. But Reynoso a businessman, so I wouldn't doubt it. Chris Maldonado, what up, brother? Crawford got another big mom. What the fuck they gotta do with what we talking about? Shay. But yeah, Bradman, he from the trainers that I've seen with him, he's big on like punch placement, accuracy, just like oh, and that's what makes you a sharp puncher when you know not only like how hard you punch, but where you placing the punch. You feel me? You can tell he big on that. He big on fundamentals, and he good at he's big on like range control as well. Range control. You know what I mean? So if you big on like mechanics and just overall sharpness, there's this kid from Philly, man, and I really hope he gets his time and they move him the right way. He has potential to be like a big deal in boxing, bro. His name is he's been on like the Team Combat League, John. He's from Philadelphia. He's from West Philly, actually. His name is Rasheen Brown. Sugar Sheen. So Rasheen Brown. Rasheen Brown. This dude is phenomenal. This kid is phenomenal. I think he got like one loss. They put him in there with like a guy who was like he was pretty fucking good. I think that was a bit premature though. But Rasheen Brown is a fucking beast. I just seen this man on Team Combat League frying Abraham Nova, and they're not even in the same weight division, not in the pros. But Rasheen Brown is very, very talented. I just hope that he make the right moves and he get with the right people to really get his shine. Like I don't see how Rasheen Brown wasn't with Top Rank or none of them people. I don't know. Shay says, Mark, you like to pivot your front foot when hooking? No, I don't. I keep my when I throw hooks or when I have my guys throw hooks, I keep that lead foot planted. It's all about I don't really turn that lead foot, bro. It's all about hip rotation with me. I think it's always best to keep that lead foot planted because you'll be balanced better. If you turning that, I feel like if you twisting that lead foot throwing the hook, you could have some type of balance issues, especially if you're standing too tall. So, you know what I mean? I think proper punch mechanics, in my opinion, is when just rotating the hips. When you look at like Canelo when he hit the bag and shit like that, like when you throw hooks, you know what I mean? You want to have your feet planted for balance purposes. And as long as you're balanced, you'll get the I feel like you'll get maximum power on your shots. That's just me personally though. Everybody got their thing, you feel me? But I see a lot of people they choose to do that. That's on them. But I've seen people get knocked down even if they wasn't hurt. I've seen people like twist their foot into a hook and then like they'll get hit on the shoulder or some shit and then they all off balance and they look like they got hurt when in reality they just had balance issues. There's some weird shit that's going on out here, though. He said, "I don't need the man. But my coach be telling us to do it." Hey, man, you gotta listen to your coach, brother. That's your coach. You gotta listen to him, man. If you don't like his philosophy of what he's teaching, then you need to find you a different coach. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when fighters think they know better than the coach. Jordan says, "Do you feel like a trainer is better working with a certain weight of fighter rather than others?" Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say that because, like, for instance, I remember I heard Gerald Miller doing an interview, and he was. I don't know if he's still training with Boozy. I don't know what the situation is with that. But I remember, like, he was doing pad work with them, and Boozy and them, they like to throw a lot of punches. You feel what I'm saying? They like to throw a lot of punches. And I think he was just like voicing like his, dissatisfaction, I guess, or unsatisfaction, whatever you want to say. He was like, I'm a heavyweight, right? Like, I don't really throw too many punches. So I don't know. I think that some styles that trainers have tailor fighters to are tailored to fighters who come from smaller weight classes. Um, but I feel like as a coach, me personally, I train every fighter different because not every fighter is the same. You feel me? So, like, if I got a fighter who doesn't throw as many punches, you know, I'll try to cater to their style. Like, if they're more effective just being like, like, if I notice they big punches and they ain't gotta throw as many punches, then cool. We'll just work on, being sharp with the punches that you do throw. But then there's guys who don't have that type of power, but they have speed. So you better believe that I'm gonna make them a high volume puncher because accumulation kills. So you just got from a trainer's perspective. I always train every fighter different. Do anybody say I look like Josue Vargas? No, but your name is wild, so we gonna pack you just based off of your name. Bulbous Sack is crazy. That's crazy. I gotta pack you that name, real suspect, cuz um fucking but yeah, there are some trainers that their specialty is like training fighters in smaller divisions, and then when they get heavyweights, them heavyweights they don't really gel too much because the style is completely set up different. They're not throwing as many punches. They're not using their legs as much. You feel what I'm saying? So that could be a thing. I think that happens. But as a trainer, just like how fighters gotta adapt to their opponent, you gotta adapt to the fighters that you training. For example, I got a fighter by the name of Deshaun. He's athletic. Denitric Banner with the $2 super chat. What's going on, brother? He says, I heard that Brown beat up Schofield in sparring. Are you referring to Rasheen Brown? If that's the case, I wouldn't doubt it, brother. Salute to the boy Denitric Banner for coming through and showing love as always. But oh, okay, you referring to Rasheen Brown? I wouldn't doubt it. Rasheen is very fucking sharp, bro. And even though he's smaller than Schofield, those smaller guys with faster hands, they're very difficult to deal with. And Rasheen is elusive too. He's the full package. I really hope that he gets this opportunity, bro. There's a lot of talented motherfuckers out here who never get their moment because they teams fuck them over and shit like that. Shay said, "You seen the new weight for?" I think you meant. I think that's supposed to say amateur boxing. What you think of it? No, I didn't. What is it? You gotta inform me, brother. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Just like how fighters got to adapt to their opponents, trainers got to adapt to their fighters. They got to know, they got to attend to every fighter differently, in my opinion. So, like, I got Deshaun. He's a tall, he's a tall fighter with a long reach, got quick hands, quick feet. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta train him just based off of that style. I gotta cater to, the gifts that God gave him. Then I got a fighter by the name of Anthony. He's a stocky, shorter, strong, power puncher. You feel me? That's not that does he doesn't have any fights yet, but you know, you can tell he's not like this fucking athletic outbox. That's just not his thing. He actually is stepping, so you can't really train them guys the same because they got different attributes. If I train Anthony to be a quick athletic fighter like Deshaun, it ain't gonna work. And if I train Deshaun to be a stocky, come forward power puncher, that wouldn't work neither. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta see, you gotta first of all, you gotta study your fighters, know what they good at, what they not good at. I'm not gonna say you gotta study that. You gotta study what they good at, what they not good at, and what'll be more tailored for their style. I ain't giving nobody shout outs, cuz. Send me a super chat and then I'll probably shout you out. It says, good morning from South Africa, man. Shout out to the boy Swammy Nathan. They made less weight classes. Really? I need to get the rundown on that. He said, you a fighter, I'm a former fighter, brother. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, of course. We've been on here for 2 hours. I mean, we still feeling good or whatever. I think I'm gonna just stay on live until the wifey get home. We gonna hang it up after that. If you got a few around the same weight, I guess it's good sparring wise as well. Yeah, I got a lot of 165s, bro. So I got three 165s. Well, yeah, I do. I got one that's like a 155. So right now I got a 132. I got two 132s, but one's like 31 years old, the other one's 16. Then I got uh fucking I got a 155, like 155, 160 fighter that's active right now. And then I got three 165s. Isaiah Berry, he's 8-2. Deshaun, he's 10-3. And then I got Reese, who's 1-2. But that, I don't know, bro. He's a lot better than his record. I'll tell you that. We're gonna get him up to like 10-2. Watch. We're gonna run that shit up. He getting the shoulder. He just had he had surgery on his elbow. So once he recovered from that, we're gonna put him on a crazy win streak. Watch. We're gonna run that shit up. We're gonna turn that 1-2 record to like a motherfucking 10-2, 11-2, 13-2. Watch. Damn, I don't know kilograms though, bro. I need that translated into pounds. Let me see. So 1 kilo is 2 pounds and some change. So you saying 55 kilos is 121, 60, 132, 65, 143, 70, 154, 80, 176, 90, 198, and then 198 plus is, I'm assuming, heavyweight. Pack him, please. Won't do that little Nas X shit over here, cousin. Where the wrench gang at? We need to get him packed. Or I gotta do it. I got y'all. I got y'all. Yeah. And I got some big 165s. I got a 6 foot 165, which is I guess is average. But I got a 6'2", 6'3". I think he closer to 6'3", honestly. 165. And then I got a tall ass 132. He like 5'9", 5'10". Shout out to the boy Ralph in the building. He said, have you took in other fighters that came from other gyms, or do you more so favor training guys you built up? Well, that's actually a good question. I would not mind taking a fighter from another gym. I wouldn't. But the way that my stable is set up right now, they've all started with me. A lot of the guys that came from other gyms, they really work with my dad. Derek Moore, he started with me. Uh, Tito Velez, he started with me. Tyrese Martin, he started with me. Isaiah Berry, he started with me. Deshaun Jones started with me. Sael Gonzalez, he started with me. Yeah, Joshua Ramos, he started with me. Anthony started with me. I built them all from the ground up, brother. Nigga said stinky wife heater. That's funny. Nigga said the shit wrong. Stupid ass. It's funny as shit. Niggas don't be having nothing else to talk about. Shay, where you from? You from the UK? He said, I heard in USA y'all be fighting every 2 weeks. Oh, we can. We can. Like, for example, we just fought, what was that, last weekend? Then we about to fight June 7th. Then we'll be fighting June 28th. I think we fighting at the beginning of July. So we stay pretty busy, brother. I don't think it's every 2 weeks, but we stay busy, that's for sure. Oh, you from Australia? What part of Australia, brother? Shout out to them motherfuckers down under, man. You guys shoot, man. I want to see what the boxing culture is like in Australia, man. You gotta hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram. MarkMazuma, brother. At MARK.MAZUMA. Let me know. I want to see what it's like over there, bro. Bro, I really want to do that. I want to go to the UK, see what it's like over there. My boy Jordan Sheriff in Spain, I believe he's still over there. You know what I mean? I want to see what it's like over there. I want to see what it's like in fucking Germany. I want to see all that shit. Russia, wherever. New Sydney, okay. No, wait. North South Wales, okay. North South Wales, New South Wales, I'm sorry. New South Wales, Sydney. That shit look beautiful over there, brother. I'm gonna ask you something, Shay. What the hoes look like over there, man? I'm gonna take a man, but I always ask other men that shit. What's the hoes like over there in Australia? It's different here. I'm telling you, we have some killers down here. What you mean? Australia got them snakes and all, man. I don't know. Yeah, I be seeing videos about that shit, bro. They be walking in their crib, got a big ass tarantula on their wall and shit. Yeah, I'm cool. We got killers, bro. So you ain't saying nothing. This new era of Philly fighters, bro, is gonna be insane. Those heavyweights crazy here. Oh, all right. You got any fight, Shay? How do I see the Hutchison? I think you meant to say Hitchens. You can't boast this fight ended. I see I see Richardson Hitchens outclassing George Kambosos. I see him completely outclassing Kambosos. I don't know if Hitchens stopped Kambosos like he claims though. You all right?
Yeah.
What's wrong? You good?
Yeah.
What happened? Why you came back so early?
We could try.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
It was fighting out there.
Right?
Yeah, it was like a free for all in that joint.
I was driving here and some car was just trying to get my attention.
Oh,
Like he was waving his hand trying to get my attention, but I put my music on blast. But he was like then trying to like get my attention. So you know at the McDonald's I turned on Second Street and then he followed. That's why I started speeding. That's weird. So I had to park. And make sure to get a phone.
did he?
You know, and I turned fast. I parked on that street. But it was like no parking.
Yeah, it's packed in that joint.
And then,
How the niggas say? This nigga Fidel Castro said cocaine. Or somebody said it was me. I'm stalking her. So you getting packed?
what?
Somebody commented and said it was me. I'm stalking her. So you getting packed and you getting packed too, brother. Niggas super weird, cuz I'm telling you. Yeah. Shout out to Anonymous for packing, boy. Crazy. Will it be worse than the fight with Haney? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It might be similar, to be honest with you, but I always felt like Haney's offense was better than Hitchens. I gotta see Hitchens a little bit more, bro. 'Cause I always feel like it's the same shit with Hitchens. Like he's like his offense is basic. Jab right hand, jab right hand, jab right hand. So we'll see. We'll see, bro. But I do think he outclasses George Kambosos.
This packed.
Huh?
They wanted to go out.
It ain't packed no more because the security was throwing everybody out in that joint. I had it on my live. It was throwing hands. Yeah, then there was these girls that was right here in the front. And it was bragging about how they beat this one bitch ass. And you see how swollen her lip was? You see how swollen her lip was? Like, it was talking shit.
Really, our cousins or something, her friends was there also, and she was just like, we wanted to go out after, and they said they wanted to go to Third Elements. I'm like, oh, I live right there. But she didn't want to go.
Told these people this goddamn bugs. Talk too damn much.
But they wanted to go there.
Yeah. Can't see this fight being competitive. I mean, neither, to be honest with you, but said I seen Hitchens let his hands go in some earlier fights, but now it's like Hitchens only uses a 1-2. That's what I'm saying. And look, if it works, then fuck it, it works. I think that's all he'll need for somebody like Kambosos. But I think like, all right, what if somebody takes away Hitchens' jab? I mean, what if somebody takes away his right hand? Then what? You know what I mean? Like 2, it's not enough. Only having 2 main punches in your arsenal, unless you really punching like Wilder, shit don't really make sense. Digital Line said, y'all talking about boxing? Yeah, we talking about boxing. What else we talking about? Ralph said, I don't see Kambosos being much of a threat to the point where I actually think Hitchens is going to let his hands go. Yeah, I think Kambosos is going to have trouble establishing his range with somebody like Hitchens because he's so persistent with his jab. You know what I mean? That's always going to be there. He always keep that jab out there. So, and he keep his range behind his jab too. He don't really smother himself. So, Cambosa's gonna have to try to find a way to, you know, uh, close the gap. But closing that gap, he might run into a right hand. So, there's gonna be some difficulties there for sure. But all right, let's get one more question before we get up out of here, man. We packed a lot of trolls today, yo. You said this is gonna be a repeat of Haney versus Cambosis. Might be. Cambosis could take a shot though, man. K7 said Hitchens. His name is Hitchens, by the way. It's not Hitchinson. His name is Richardson Hitchens. See, a lot of people get it confused though. Uh, Hitchens do need to stop him to make a statement, or he'll be considered boring like Haney. I don't think that's what he needs as he gets his name up. Uh, Listen, man. I don't really be subscribing to that whole boring shit. I'm starting to notice that's like becoming more of a bigger trend. You know what I mean? Like just completely berating boxers because people don't find their styles appealing. If he's able to win and dominate in fashion, even though that's a fucking cherry pick in my opinion, he'll receive credit from me. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he trash, he boring. Oh, like that shit that like casual boxer fans worry about. If you a true hardcore boxer fan, bro, you'll learn to appreciate each and every style. I'm sure there's styles that you'll prefer over another, but if you a true boxing fan, like if you came up in boxing, you'll know to appreciate each style. You appreciate the brawler, you appreciate the boxer puncher, you appreciate the outboxer, you appreciate the defensive specialist. You learn how to you know be accepting of them all. Who I got in the Duarte Sims fight? God damn, that's gonna be a good fucking fight right there. According to Sims, Duarte been ducking him and shit like that. So um Duarte's strong, he's durable. Cause he was taking, I mean, before he was taking some shit from Ryan before he had gotten stopped. But I think Sims is the more intelligent fighter. I think that shit just gonna come down to who won it more, to be honest with you. I gotta I, I'm gonna say skills gonna pay the bills with that one, but Sims got to be a little careful with Duarte because Duarte could fucking punch, from what I heard, and he's pretty strong. But I think Sims is the more intelligent fighter though. I'm gonna say the skills gonna pay the bills with that one. But yeah, that's a good fight. That's a slept on fight. He said I can't. He ducked Sue Burrell. He definitely don't. We know Hitchens don't want no smoke with Sue Burrell. That's one thing we do know. He make that shit obvious. He just need to go ahead and say it. He say everything except he don't want no smoke with Sue Burrell. He just need to go ahead and say it. I don't like that style. I'm not going up against that style. That's it. He had a little, he had a little clever angle with the IBF rehydration clause, and that all sounded good. But that shit got tossed to the side as soon as you decided to fight Liam Paro. So you're okay with doing a rehydration clause for Paro, but you're not okay doing a rehydration clause with Sue Burrell. That means you got in Philly that's called having picks. You know what I'm saying? That's you being scary. You know what I mean? And when Sue Burrell put himself in position to be number one in the IBF, he talking about moving up. Can't make this shit up, but Hitchens got to prove more than me. That's all. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through and show love as always. Y'all can go ahead and hit the like button. That'll be very much appreciated. You know what I mean? We came up on here. We had some open boxing topics, had some real life conversations and all that good shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully we'll have some new boxing news come in that we can discuss tomorrow. And I'll be live as always. So be on the lookout for that one. Until then, This is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. Shout out to everybody that left their super chats. You know what I mean? Everybody that's coming through showing love as always, man. It's very much appreciated. If you appreciate Mazuma TV, the home of boxing knowledge, y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share the video as always. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.